It's day 2, and today we are going to look at the Ancient and World section, which is supposed to be cordoned off separated from the rest of the show, but a lot of them are sprinkled throughout the US coins too, so we'll be backtracking through there a little bit. And we're also going to look at the World Mints section, which is fairly large and should be pretty interesting to see who all showed up. And we're also going to take a look at the auction offerings from Stack's Bowers and Heritage. So we've got a full day of stuff to look at, and it should be fun. The World and Ancient section may be smaller, but it has even more variety than the US area. There's a little bit of everything here, even including a few Jenny graded coins, which are hard to find in the US. You name it, someone here has it.
Since I work with a lot of different types of coins, but my favorite and probably the ones that I work the most with are Greek coins, and then after that Roman Republic coins. So I'll show you 2 Greek coins that I brought with today. This is the first one. And I try to buy coins with pedigrees now because pedigrees are getting to be so much more important than before. Used to be that when people would buy, dealers especially, when they would buy coins to sell, they would usually try to get rid of the pedigrees because they didn't want people to know where they bought it and how much they paid. But now it's changing. The market's gotten very transparent because of the internet, and there's sites like Coin Archives where you can actually see what somebody paid. Not so wonderful always for the dealers, but generally, you know, it shows now the history, the collector history of the coin, which people like. This coin is a coin of Larissa, and this coin actually has a pedigree dating back to a Sotheby's auction from 1909, so it's pretty old. And it's beautiful. It's got beautiful toning on the Larissa, and it's really just a gorgeous coin. So that's one of my favorites in the case. Not necessarily the most expensive, but a coin that doesn't always have to be the most expensive, but one of the ones that I really like. So like I said, pedigrees are really important to me. So like probably about, I would say 75% of the coins that I sell have pedigrees. I'm able to do that because I'm a smaller dealer, but it's, you know, one of the good things that I feel like I can provide to customers.
All right, the American Numismatic Association has had their annual convention in various cities throughout the years. I have a set in my case of what are called railroad tracks. You start with the top and the bottom in one bar, which displays the name of the city and the year. And every year you get another bar. There are probably 100 people who have bar sets like this, and I'm near the top, the 3rd or 4th or 5th, one of those most consecutive bars. I recently bought a collection of German porcelain issued from the period of about 1920-21 to about 1925 with numerous color combinations in gold on various pieces. And it's very, very interesting to see these things that were produced by the Meissen Mint just after the First World War. Also, the things that I specialize in are square coins. I have a number of them. They were issued for various sieges. When the city was under siege, I needed money to do business. All these things circulate as money, and they're known as Clippys. And because of that, my website is clippys.com.
This is a coin that I just like because it's fairly large. It's got the head of a gorgon on it. I don't know how well you can see this, but this guy's got his tongue sticking out, and you know, it's just, you know, kind of a fun coin with a fun picture on it. Here's another favorite. This is a little bitty coin, but this is I don't know if I can. This is the oldest coin I have at the moment. This is a very early coin. The earliest coins, the earliest things that we would call a coin, were made out of a mixture of gold and silver that we call electrum. Why they did that, there are various theories, and people still argue about it back and forth. But for about 75 years, only a small area in what's today Western Turkey did they have these coins. And it wasn't until they started making separate silver and gold that the coins became widespread. But that one's fun because it's very early and the oldest I have.
The World Mints section was filled with gorgeous, sparkling bullion from both official and private mints. These booths are some of the most elaborate in the entire show, with lighted cases and full backdrops. The Germania Mint came sporting one of the thickest 5-ounce silver coins, with the same diameter as an average 1-ounce coin. Canada displayed their new multifaceted wolf coin, which debuted on August 8th, and the Pride of Two Nations set. Chinese pandas are rampant throughout the show, but the Chinese Mint's booth displayed a series of Chinese calligraphy commemorative coins.
So I'm from the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. We're the official mint of Australia. So we do all of the circulating coin and then the commemorative coins, but we also do investment coins and work with Pacific countries for seniorage, positive seniorage, and just education around services and metal type as well. We've come to the ANA on and off for the last good 20 odd years, but for the last 4 or 5 years solidly, we've been re-engaging with the American numismatic collectors in the secondary market as well, so yeah. Definitely moon landing, so it's been a very popular theme across the conference, which has been great. But for us, it's definitely our 1-ounce nickel-plated, color-plated coin for the moon landing, and then obviously the 2-coin set with the US Mint, which is the first time we've partnered with them. So it's really exciting to have that on US soil, so yeah.
I got a World Mints passport from the ANA, which participating mints stamp and insert a circulating coin from this year, resulting in a cool souvenir. Lot viewing is in a separate area and is a much calmer atmosphere than the rest of the show. Both Stack's Bowers and Heritage hold auctions throughout the show, featuring countless rarities. Going to lot viewing, even if you can't afford to bid, gives you a chance to handle some incredibly rare pieces. Both major auction companies are offering well-known and incredibly high-grade sets of Flying Eagle and Indian Head cents. The collectors undoubtedly drawn to the ANA to bid on them also found some exciting faces on the Bourse floor.
Some of the more interesting things, I have a collection of error Indian cents that I brought, and well, I can't show you many of them because most of them are sold. But there's a few left, but they're always interesting to look at. One other thing, I brought with me the 1875 dot reverse cent. Now, this was highly publicized about 10 years ago, 2008, yeah. By Stack's Bowers. They found this coin in their consignments, and back in the like 1962, someone found a letter from the mint saying that, we have this guy, someone's stealing coins from the mint, so we're going to mark the die and try and catch him. Pennies. Again, who would steal pennies? But anyway, so they marked the die and they found the coin. They fired him. He was an old guy, and it's really too bad. Anyway, they identified this coin in a consignment, and they thought this is probably the coin that was marked. They did a front page of Coin World. This thing was highly publicized. They got it in a red book and everything like that. Now, since it wasn't their coin to promote, it was just a consignor's coin, they put it in the auction with no word as to what it was, because they didn't want to be accused of hyping it for their own gain. So comes along, I buy it, because I see it, and I notice what it is, for $200, and it should have been a $2,000-$3,000 coin. Anyway, I got it unattributed, and this is back in 2008 in the Decatur sale. This is still in the original flip. And it's a prized possession of mine that I'm not selling.